Hello, great people. Seun Kuti, the son of Afrobeat legend Fela Anikulapo Kuti, has weighed in on the matter between Dele Farotimi and Afe Babalola. You will recall that Afe Babalola sued Dele Farotimi for defamation, and Dele Farotimi is currently in detention. Seun Kuti has made an assertion that I find it worthy to bring to you, my fellow polythinkers. He has wrapped it round politics that the action that Afe Babalola is taking against Dele Farotimi, if it's allowed to gain ground, Nigeria will suffer it in 2026. Seun has spoken like a prophet. And in a moment, I'll be allowing you to watch the video of Seun by yourself. And when we come back, we will be analyzing the issues surrounding it. And I will be giving you my perspective on this particular issue as a political scientist. First thing first, let's watch the video of Seun Anikulapo Kuti. Let's watch it.
No, say when they start this thing, when them Yabo Ojo and everybody turn to DK, start this behavior. With me too, them the lawyers of for Ibadan, all this. I come out and I say to all of them at that time, see, this thing we will not say because now Seun are very dark black man, they won't use out. All of them are they happy. I think he's coming to everybody's front door. It is coming to everybody. We cannot be in a society where you cannot speak your mind against anybody. They go straight to police to arrest you. Once they give police that power, once there's a law in any way, shape, or form to give people that kind of power, once they have that kind of power, see, and I just say that they use them now. I still tell you that all this one are still practice. All this one are practice. If we allow this thing to continue, if we allow it to stand, when I know the people with the quiet pass for this thing are the SANs of Nigeria. All the SANs for Nigeria, and the issue statement on that. Because them, they know say that they go chop for 2026. Now 2026 be the year of this law. Let me tell you people down. By the time of the next election in 2027, when campaigns start for 26, all of now, especially when nobody know, we get internet profile. We go just go post. I don't like this president. I don't. Whoa! But she post here to buy. I can't go in like any beg. On lossy tubu. I told you, people, don't let this thing become a habit. When I say I'm a big man. Not saying I be big man. Hey, police. They arrest that man. They don't lock out. Hey, they don't lock that man. All of that they happy. Are you happy now? Are you happy now? I say now small. Small. I tell you now, but nobody they like listen. I shall believe that this kind of law that Nigerians cannot speak their mind without police being involved. Yes, without police being involved is ridiculous. And I expect all the big lawyers of Nigeria to make a stance against this law. I think it's high time that all the big lawyers. But the truth is this, let me tell you, all the big lawyers in Nigeria are in favor of this law. Because they're going to chop from this law seriously. And the law also stops them from being scrutinized. The law stops them for any of you can come outside to say anything you say, they will say you don't get evidence. They will carry you to court. Immediately. Whether you insult to, whether you actually make defamatory statement to, you are going to court. So, that's where you are now. That's where you are.
There you have it. The assertion as made by Seun Anikulapo Kuti, the son of Afrobeat legend Fela Anikulapo Kuti. Now, the first thing we need to ask ourselves is, what Seun said that will happen in 2026 towards the election, is it possible in the Nigeria of today, I will tell you it is more of maybe than maybe not. That it is most likely to be possible. Because if you look at the dynamics of the 2023 election and the governing system of this government, the governance approach of the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you will see that Seun Kuti's assertion is very possible because Bola Ahmed Tinubu came into office by the vote of the majority and not the majority. And I'll explain that to you. In the vote, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has declared by INEC as majority vote that more people voted for him than Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, Rabiu Kwakwanso, and other presidential candidate. But if you sum the vote of Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, Kwakwanso, and other candidates, which are people that are seeking to elect a president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not become president by popular vote in the true sense of it. That if you do a sum of the whole, the people that want Bola Ahmed Tinubu to be president are not up to people that don't want him to be president. Now, the governance approach of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he has been the type that his policies have been largely anti-masses. And that policies have been coming back to back. So if you look at his governance style, based on lack of consultation and seeking to change Nigeria's economic system by a magic wand, has earned him the wrath of many Nigerians. In that kind of instance, that there's high probability that people will be speaking against your candidacy. You would want to apply some force to try to silence people, to try to put fear in the minds of people so that they don't speak against your government. And that will come towards the election, as rightly asserted by Seun Kuti. Even the election is still far away. Look at how the Bola Ahmed Tinubu government handled the issue of protest. Look at how it was handled. In such a way that people were arrested, they were detained, they were arraigned in court, and minors were even arrested, arraigned in court, and minors that don't have money to feed were given 10 million naira bill. That means that, and you can imagine that the minors were represented by a lawyer, and the federal government was also represented by a lawyer. So if you are asking the minors to bring 10 million naira, that means that Nigerian government, if not for public outcry, was seeking to detain them perpetually because their parents cannot have that kind of money. So government is already strategizing to silence opposition, to silence dissenting voices, to silence critique. So if you ask yourself, or if you want to throw away the statement of Seun Kuti, no, don't throw it away in haste, because the possibility of that which Seun Kuti have said for it to happen is already manifesting. If you look at it very well, if you look at the political behavior, the governance approach of the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you see, you don't open closed doors of oppression. When you open closed doors of oppression, that closed door of oppression that you open will come back to haunt you. In the sense that in a society like Nigeria, you would see that politicians usually look for opportunity to either perpetuate themselves in office, and if their tenure elapsed, to install a successor and become a godfather. And after becoming a godfather, and even while they are in office, they try to steal as much as possible, that you begin to imagine that, do they spend money in heaven? They steal and steal and steal and steal till they can steal no more. Now, if you now look at it, accountability is also on the low. So in a political system like Nigeria, any avenue, the one that they've not thought of, if you kind of like crave their indulgence to it, they will not only adopt it, they will expand the scope, enlarge the cost, and do it more than you can ever imagine. So Seun Kuti is absolutely right. When I saw the video, and that's why I thought that, no, this video, I think I need to come and explain more on it as a political scientist to my fellow politicals, that what Tonto Dike and Iyabo Ojo did was opening the door of oppression. Defamation is a civil matter. In other words, if somebody defames you and you are displeased, you charge the person to court. You don't use the police as a tool of oppression to fight your defamation battles. So Tonto Dike did it. Iyabo Ojo did it. Now Afe Babalola is doing it. You are teaching the politicians what to do. And by the time it comes, some of you that are supporting the detention of Dele Farotimi, some of you that supported the steps of Tonto Dike and Iyabo Ojo, some of you will eventually fall into that trap and you will now be crying foul. You won't know that when this thing was at its embryo stage, you were some of the people that were feeding the embryo, and now that it has grown to become a big monster, then you have to live with the consequence. Because if 2-3 people succeed, others will follow. And if Tonto Dike, Iyabo Ojo, Afe Babalola, you will see now, if anything happens again, another person will want to act the way of Afe Babalola. Afe Babalola has taken a step to deregister Dele Farotimi. If he succeeds, other people will follow. That means that you are opening closed doors of oppression. You are opening the sacred doors that should have never been opened. You are opening it. If you support the opening of such doors, it will come back to hurt you. And for me, I believe that we should be very careful as a country, because every action that has been taken has been against Dele. Every action, the action of government, the action of the court, every action has been against Dele. But Dele made some outbursts in his book. He made weighty allegations. It is not Dele that will be the first to accuse the judiciary. Justice Datijo of the Supreme Court, when he was retiring, he made the assertion. The husband of the former president of the Court of Appeal, Bukachua, made the assertion on the floor of the Senate, the way he used to help senators, lawmakers to get favorable judgment because their case stops at the appeal court. He made the assertion. Dele Farotimi made his assertion. You have not prosecuted Bukachua. You have not prosecuted every other person. Is it because Dele Farotimi is poor and not influential? How about an investigation to Dele Farotimi's outburst? And that is why, I repeat, so long as you want to try Dele Farotimi, please also look into his outburst and investigate it so that you can strengthen public confidence in the judiciary. Because, and in addition, for you to prove that you are not witch-hunting Dele Farotimi, that you are not seeking any personal vendetta against Dele Farotimi, government should try to rise and live above board. But Seun Kuti's assertion is true. It's something that you should take very seriously, because I may need to refer you back to this video or post it again in 2026 when these things begin to happen. Seun Kuti, I don't always agree with your assertion and some of your way of life, but on this, I absolutely agree with you, my brother. God bless you. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politing with Dr. Omoshola Deji. Dr. Deji is a political scientist with a PhD in political science, and this is where we relax to analyze politics and happenings in the polity. Do want to subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past videos, and of course, I have great, interesting videos coming your way. Till I see you again, always remember that I love you all sincerely.